Hello guys, welcome back to the another video. In today's video we are going to discuss about the tier list of the tanks. We have very quite few number of the tanks, but they are very crucial to the team. So please stay with, please listen carefully. I'm trying to explain everything that a tank can do. At first we have robot win. Okay, if I explain everything, it will take a lengthy video. Let's cut it to the short. Every for first skill, every tank has same first skill. My reputations might change something, but almost every tacticians had same skill. What it is, they hit the enemy ship with highest ship for the ship firepower and taunt them for 2 turns and reduces the ship for the ship firepower of that target and restore them with certain amount of durability recovery. For robots that is 30%. For shards it's 40%, like that. Okay, this is the very most common thing. If you want, we can also go through it again, but that's the most common thing in every tank. After that, the abilities will change and the reputations will change and everything will changes. Okay, let's get into the Wind robots first. Coming to his passive, he can apply great armor increasing ability for 6 turns, and upon rating, he also reduces the additional DMG dealt by the opponent. Majorly, it's a big count of Takayama. Takayama deals the additional DMG, so it's a counter for him. And where is yeah? And coming and also coming to his first ability, like I said, attacks the ship with highest ship for the ship firepower and taunts them for 2 turns and reduces the ship for the ship firepower and recovers 30% of his durability. And after that, he had S rating on it. In S rating, he greatly decreases the enemy ship's armor for 1 turn and at 50% chance only. Not it's 100% chance, it's only 50% chance that he can apply the great armor reduction on enemies. And next, coming to his second ability, he can taunt 5 targets. He can taunt 5 targets and decrease the ship for the ship firepower, and also increase the ally stamina by 20% and decreases the opponent's stamina by 20%. And upon aerated, the stamina decrease and increase will increase it to 40%. Okay. Next, coming to the third ability. Third ability is a counterattack ability, and if the target is under ship versus ship firepower debuff, that will increase to one more round by chance of 20%. If you raise him to C rating, the chance will go to 35%. Upon B rating, he steals the 2 gunpowder from enemy. And overall, what I'm gonna say is, he is good at reducing the ship versus ship firepower of the tacticians, and he reduces the stamina, and not only he reduces the stamina, add a little bit of gunpowder, and provides a good decent amount of the armor for 6 turns. And in addition, he reduces the additional DMG, which tacticians like Takayama and Will Turner deals. He reduces that type of DMG. And next, going into Shadfire, one of the best tanks ever. Shad had highest attack priority in the battle. He fires first, and he applies this great armor increasing for 6 turns, and he also has a reputation under it, CANS. Upon C and S separate, if you make him up to S rating, he applies the great armor increasing for up to 8 turns. Okay, C will increase 1 turn and S will increase one another turn, so it in complete in total it will goes to the 8 turns. And with A rating, he can stay immune to the damage. At start of the battle, he will stay immune to the damage, which is a good asset against a burst DMG, but he cannot stay immune for debuffs. Okay, immune for debuffs is different and immune for damage is different. You make sure to know the difference between them. If the immune to debuffs means you can't get a debuff like anti-heal can't apply and confuse can't apply on you, that's our immune to debuff. And immune to damage means you won't receive any damage, you will stay with the health you have. And next, coming to his first skill, like any other tanks have, attack highest ship for ship versus ship firepower ship and reduces their ship for. Oh, he don't reduce that, he only taunt them for 2 turns and recover his durability, which is that not good. And at derated, increases the target's cooldown by 1 turn. This is which is at low chance. At low chance, he can increase the target's cooldown. And coming to his second ability, which is the major ability of the shad fire, he can hit the 5 targets and taunt them for 2 turns. And great armor reduction can be applied at 100%. And for 1 turn, after that, he also apply the anti-heal, durability recovery prevention. We can say anti-heal for 1 turn, for 2 turns, sorry, for 2 turns. And upon reaching B reputation, there is 2 possibilities here. Either he can reduce enemy stamina or heal the allies. He can do any one of that upon B rating by using second skill. That's it about the shad fire. But overall, I have to say, if without Takayama, shad will be on the top of the tier list, because he had the best kit to deliver. No tactician in the game have great armor increasing for 8 turns. Okay, and he also had great armor decreasing, which is very good, and he keeps on taunting, and he is very sustained through his healing. 40% healing is a lot. That's it about the shad fire. And coming to shad light is also very high sustainable tactician. He also taunts enemies a lot with his first ability and recovers 40% durability. And I think and his what is it? Yeah, and his D level reputation is to remove one debuff from the buff from the enemies. And upon coming to his second ability, he attacks 5 targets and taunts them for 2 turns. And after that, additionally, he grant immune to 30% of the incoming damage, all types of incoming damage to him, to self, I think, to self. Then that means he can stay immune for he can stay immune from additional DMG and continuous DMG, and not only that, pirate DMG. He can stay immune from pirate DMG too by 30% chance. 30% by 30% means all the incoming DMG is reduced by 30%. Okay, upon the next on this scale, he had a B reputation, which increases this effect by double when the shad light durability falls over less than 40%. Okay, when his HP falls below 40%, the ability will get doubled. And coming to his passive, he can apply the great armor increasing. He also had a high attack priority. He can apply that great armor increase for 4 turns, and he can confuse one enemy ship with the highest ship for the ship firepower. And he applies the immune to all debuffs to the all 5 ships, And upon C reputation, that great armor increase will actioned by 1 turn. so total 5 turns, and after a reputation it will increase another turn, so it comes up to 5 turns. So as after that S level reputation, the confused duration will increase by 1 turn, and with also that he okay, that's it, the confused duration will increase by 1 turn. So if don't use shad if you won't make him at least a reputation, because if you see every tactician applies the armor greatly increased armor for 6 turns, but shad can only do it for 4 turns. If you make him to good reputation, it will be a lot more useful. Okay, without reputations the tanks are falls a lot. Okay, make sure to reputate the tanks. Don't think that the tank don't need reputations. They do definitely need. I think the battle lasts longer, they definitely need, which is what's happening right now, because many people are not using the maverick, right? The maverick, they use maverick, the late game won't be a biggest problem for them, but they are not using maverick, they are using Takayama. Because of that you guys need a good reputed tanks, because Takayama scales into the late battle. That's what it is about. Make sure your tacticians have good reputation. If they don't have reputation, after fourth round I think they will fall off a lot. That's it. And next, coming into the dark robot is also as same as a wind robot mostly. His first ability hits the target with a high ship versus ship firepower and taunts them for 2 turns and reduces the ship versus ship firepower on them. That's it for the first ability. And coming to the second ability, he hits the 5 targets and applies the great armor reduction on them for 1 turn and taunts them for 2 turns and reduces the ship versus ship firepower for 1 turn. And third ability, okay, remember this. The major thing is great armor reduction. He has great armor reduction in second skill. And third one is he can perform a counter attack, and there is a 25% of chance to confuse the enemy in that counter attack and reduces their ship versus ship firepower. And coming to his passive, he also grants the great armor, greatly increasing armor for 6 turns. Greatly increasing the increased armor for 6 turns. Okay. Is there anything that I missed? That's it. Next, coming to leesaro. Leesaro is not like all other tanks till we have discussed it till now. He is a damage dealing tank. He deals the damage and applies the greatly increased armor to the fleet. Okay, make sure sail him with Salazar. Without Salazar, this guy won't even deal the damage. So make sure to sail him with Salazar. He can deal the continuous DMG, and he can also convert the continuous DMG into the instant DMG. And that's it. I already discussed a lot about him in my previous video. Please go check it out, which is the DMG dealers video. And remember, before using the dark tanks, because dark tanks are getting countered by Maverick a lot. I hate this thing a lot, that dark tanks are not a good meta right now because of the Maverick. Make sure whether you use them or not, don't use them against the Maverick for sure. And next, coming to Alpaca. Alpaca is not a taunting tank. He is more like a healing tank. He heals a lot, self-sustain, and he protects the team also by removing the buffs and making the team self-sustain, making the team immunity to the debuffs. And his S rating grants a withstand effect, which don't allow the ship to die up to 3 turns. That's what a very good thing. And he also increases your ship versus ship firepower and removes one debuff. That's it. He's a good debuff remover and immune to debuffs. That's it about the Alpaca. Next, coming to the Jensen, beyond Jensen. He taunts his first ability taunts and recovers the 40% of durability. Taunts for the 2 turns. And as usual, he attacks the ship with higher ship versus ship firepower. Wait, where is he? Beyond Jensen. Yeah. Yeah, that's it. And decrease as usual, decreases their ship versus ship firepower for 1 turn. And coming to the second ability, in second ability, he attacks 5 ships and decreases their cooldowns. Decreases their cooldowns for 2 turns. 2 turns, okay. Not theirs and ours, okay. He attacks multiple ships, decreases the cooldown by 2 turns, and restores stamina for multiple ships, excluding yourself. Okay, what happens basically is he decreases allies ships cooldowns. Okay, so they can fire their skills again immediately after the next turn. They can fire the good skills. That would be a very good ability if I say. And he also heals the multiple ships. And after that, coming to his third ability, which is a counter attack. This he had a 100% chance of that 100% chance if target's current durability is lower than your own, removing one buff. Okay, if a enemy had less durability than ours, he will remove one buff. That's not a big thing. And coming to his passive, this is where the Bjorn Jensen came to play. Many are using this Bjorn Jensen because of his passive and his second ability. Second ability decreases cooldowns and his passive gives him the armor and heals the team 6% for every turn he fires. For every turn he attacks, team will get the 6% durability restoration. Okay, that's it. And his armor increasing scales on the skill level. Means if you level him up well, the armor increasing will be very good. That's it. Next, coming to the Dark Parka, here I had a lot of controversy. I confused a lot because the Dark Parker or Maccus, but I give the place to Dark Parker because of his sustain and DMG too. Let's discuss about the Maccus afterward this, because there is a special thing I want to talk about Maccus. First, let's complete the Dark Parka. As we know, the Dark Parka first ability is Guardian, which heals the team, and the second ability is the Confuse, and third ability which increases the armor. And at reputations, Parka can deal damage proportional to your damage proportional to his armor, and at and he also let me see what reputation it is. Yeah, it is B reputation, and B reputation he also increases the ship versus ship firepower for multiple ally ships, which makes this reputation is what bringing Parker to deal damage. Without this reputation, Parkers won't deal damage. So make sure if you use any Parker, make sure that he is reputed. Don't use Parkers without reputation. And even though I highly don't agree using the Dark Parker because of the Maverick, only because of the Maverick was almost one-shotting the Dark Parkers that a Parker is not good. And make sure you have gunpowder with Parkers, not only the gunpowder, and they have to be at level 45 to 50 for the constant healing. If you wanna receive this constant healing from Parkers, they needs to be 45 to level 50 at least, and after that they would be fine. So use them when they are high levels. They are not good at low levels. The tacticians that are good at low levels are Elizabeth, like that. If you want a healers, no tank is good at low level. If you want healers, those are very good. And coming to Maccus, yeah, I have a lot to tell about the Maccus. You know that Maccus deal high DMG to the pirates, right? Maccus deals very high DMG to pirates and taunts the ships and stays immune to the damage. And not only that, debuff he also in his passive he had debuff resistance up to 47.7%, I think. And when he sails with David Jones, that effect will last long up to 5 turns. And not only that, they gain high attack priority. They make means they fire first. Only Maccus and this guy fires first, alongside Davy Jones, and it has reputation. When deployed alongside Davy Jones, reduce additional DMG taken by multiple ally ships. Alright, additional DMG. Tacticians like Will Turner and Takayama deals the additional DMG. Maybe I think Jack also. Don't know very clearly right now. These tacticians deal additional DMG, and Maccus can stop the 50% of that additional DMG when he sails along with the David Jones. And here is the trick. David Jones, let me see what reputation he has to be. 1 minute. Yeah, upon air reputation. B and A reputation. I would say at least minimum B. A would be very good. Upon A reputation, if enemy had less number of pirates than us, Davy Jones deal high amount of ship versus ship power additional DMG. Okay, ship versus ship firepower DMG. So what Maccus does is Maccus deal high amount of damage to pirates and bring them to the low than ours. Then at that time Davy Jones will come into play and he deals a lot of DMG too. And we all know that Maccus can heal the team also 12.9% or something that was. So it helps a lot to Maccus will help a lot to allow Davy Jones to deal DMG and to protect the fleet by taunting and healing like that. And I have a very special combo. I don't know how good it works. Please try if any one of you can use Davy Jones, Maverick Chaos, Windelen, and the next Maccus, Wind Robot. Use this 5 and tell me how it works. I'm hoping for the best results. It works, I think, because of Wind Robot and Maccus can counter the Takayama for sure, because they reduce the additional DMG, and not only that, they reduce the stamina, and they also reduces the gunpowder. So their combo is very good. Okay, Maccus can reduce the gunpowder by 4, and Wind Robot can do it by 2. So in combo it gets up to the 6, right? Which is very good. So try this combo. I will say the combo once again: Davy Jones, Maverick Chaos, Windelen, Maccus, Robot Wind. Try this combo and tell me in the comment section how it works. And next up, coming to the Aureliya Grayson. Aureliya Grayson is also one of the very good tanks. Only drawback is you can't heal her. Once she got damage, and that's it. It's over. You can't heal her back. That's the main problem with her. But she had a very unique skill called disarm, which won't let disarm, which won't let enemies to use their skill. Even I think L Parker can't do anything against her if she fires first. Okay, if she fires first, but that's not gonna happen because L Parker had a high attack priority in battle. So absolutely he fires first and grants immunity to the team, which disarm won't works there. That's the only counter. L Parker counters the Aureliya Grayson. Let's go through her. I will explain her every ability in detail. Aureliya Grayson, where is she? Aureliya Grayson, yeah. Her first ability applies the disarm and taunts the enemy, and the second ability too. She deals the damage proportional to her armor, which scales along the battle, like just like the Takayama, and then that's her third ability, the armor scaling. If you increase her to C rated, her armor will scale more. That's it. That's a good thing about her, and there are no major things to discuss on her. Just remaining are just normal things like every tactician can do. And coming to the beta, these are the tanks that are not in meta right now. Can you Wind Park? Wind Park, he used a lot at the start of his introduction, but right now many people were not using him. He provides healing with first ability, and second ability he can make enemy. He can stall the 100% stamina of the enemy, and third ability he increases the armor. He had no reputation, so that's it. That's it about the Wind Parker. But right now he is not very good into the meta. And next coming to the Wind Morosi. Morosi, something. His first ability taunt one enemy ship and decreases the target's armor. And second ability, remove two debuffs for multiple ships 5 and greatly increase the armor for 2 turns only. Greatly increase the armor for 2 turns only. If you repeated him to the S, the grants armor piercing resistance to multiple ships 5, which is a good counter to Ivan Rev if you are below level 81. Decreases the cooldown of charge by 1 turn. It's not very that important to do. Enemy ship. Third ability is attack one enemy ship and deal powerful additional DMG. Also taunt multiple enemy ships 5 for 2 turns and grant immunity. He can be immune, but he is a single target damage dealer. That's what falls him back. If he hits, he can hit multiple targets. That would be very much good, but he can't. And his passive, he can decrease the damage by 22% for all the ships. For all ships up to 4. That's it about him. There is no good things about him to tell. And mostly, my favorite tank is a Shadfire. Comment down what is your favorite. Is there anything that we have to say? Try this combo with the Davy Jones and Maccus. That's a very good one. I think it works. Davy Jones, Maccus, Maverick, Windellen, and a Robot Win. That will definitely work. I think something I am missing here right now. I don't understand, but something is missing. Okay, if anything I remember, I will post another video on the tanks. I think I have covered everything maximum. Don't forget to level up your tanks before you use. Tanks are good at high levels only. For beginners, tanks are not for beginners. If you are a beginner, don't use tank. It will only put your fleet on downside. It won't help you anything with the fleet. Use any DMG dealer or any healers are better for the beginners. After when your tank reaches level 45 like that, use the tanks. Then only he will give a good amount of sustain to your fleets. That's what I'm gonna say. Thank you very much. That's it for today's video. And tomorrow I'm gonna post a video about the supports, which are major crucial meta right now. The supports are ruling the meta. Because of the supports, the damage dealers are sustaining a lot. So make sure to watch tomorrow's video too. If you wanna watch the video about damage dealer, it's in the channel. Go and watch it. Thank you. Bye bye. And don't forget to subscribe our channel. It will help us to make more content and boost my morale. Thank you.